It is, yeah, the snow is coming down here in the metro. It looks like it may have lightened up just a little bit here, at least from our camera over Park Central Square, but we did see it, and that's just a sign of what's to come. Snow showers will get a brief break, then we'll see them pick back up again. I think more widespread activity as we head toward the mid to late morning, but seeing more, you can see some starting to shift into places like a Clinton, eventually like Ozark, but this band has been the one that has produced some snow showers here this morning, and it has come down moderate to briefly heavy at times. Another headline, of course, is the wind with this area of low pressure. Going to be a wind-driven snow, possible near whiteout conditions at times for our Friday, so be aware of that as you are heading out later on today. Wind gusts could occasionally climb over 45 miles per hour. Winter weather advisories have been also put into play. Look to our northwest, though. Those are blizzard warnings across parts of Iowa, Nebraska, out toward Minnesota and the Dakotas. So a little more windswept, to say the least, in those locations. Here at home, in the purple, we do have those winter weather advisories for the minor accumulations of snow, and we're expecting a pretty widespread 1 to 3 inch snow here. We'll talk more about that one last time, show that 7-day forecast, guys, here in just a few minutes.
TJ, thank you. And we are just now starting to see some of those snow flurries here in Springfield, but surrounding areas have been getting some for a while, causing some school districts to close down for the day. Remember, you can always go to ozarksfirst.com and click on the weather tab and then school closings to find out if your school is in session. We've also got the list scrolling at the bottom of your screen here. One school district that is not on the list right now, but has confirmed with us that they are not having school today is Climax Springs.
This year, Missouri State Foundation is celebrating a milestone as it turns 40. Nigel McDonald spoke with school leaders and joins us in studio to explain how the foundation is designed to help its students. Nigel.
Yeah, Joe, well, good morning. Founded in 1981, MSU established its foundation to help raise more private funds. Now, Executive Director of the Missouri State Foundation, Brent Dunn, says MSU was the last of the 5 regional schools to do so. Dunn says if it wasn't for private gifts, the campus would look and feel totally different. Ultimately, what these gifts do is change lives, like that of MSU junior Lindsay Hendricks. Now, Hendricks says if it wasn't for the foundation's help, it's likely she wouldn't be able to pursue her dream of becoming an elementary school teacher.
Without their help, I don't know that a lot of kids could go to college and have a higher education. So it really means a lot to me. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to do that to other students as well.
Well, more than $1 million a year in scholarships are awarded to Missouri State students. And as a way to say thanks to these donors, the foundation has created a number of COVID-friendly events scheduled to take place throughout this year.
All right, Nigel, thank you. And later today, Greene County will sign and finalize its budget, which includes more than $265 million. Presiding Commissioner Bob Dixon says many of the biggest items go towards the Greene County Sheriff's Office. $77 million will go towards construction of the new jail west of Springfield, $2.5 million towards hiring and training staff, and new vehicles for the department. One thing not on the budget that Dixon wants in the future, extra staff at the prosecutor's office to go over police body cam evidence.
The program is really just getting up and running, so we'll continue to work with the Greene County prosecutor to assess the needs and see how much comes in as far as volume. It's not just buying the equipment, we also have to hire the people to view all of that footage and then archive all of that footage.
Also included this year, a $21 million reserve fund for emergency use.
Putting crime into focus for you, 29-year-old Brandon King is scheduled for a bond hearing this morning. The hearing was supposed to happen earlier this week, but King did not have a public defender assigned to this case. He's accused of stabbing and killing his girlfriend and her 13-year-old son, and stabbing a 14-year-old and a 7-year-old girl, all on New Year's Eve in Springfield. According to court documents, King is charged with 14 felonies, including 2 counts of first-degree murder. 2 weeks ago, he pleaded not guilty to all those charges.
A West Plains man is facing multiple felony charges for allegedly assaulting a woman at Ozarks Healthcare on New Year's Eve. He will attempt to lower his bond today. 45-year-old Darren Break is currently in the Howell County Public Safety Center on a $250,000 bond. He is charged with first-degree domestic assault, 3 counts of armed criminal action, sodomy or attempted sodomy, kidnapping, and more. A probable cause statement says he held a woman against her will for 2 days and assaulted her sexually and physically.
In our vaccine coverage for you, we want to help connect you with resources to getting the COVID vaccine. We have a county-by-county breakdown with other information up right now on ozarksfirst.com. Just click COVID vaccine updates at the top of the homepage and click on the first story, where to get a COVID-19 vaccine in the Ozarks.
Free COVID-19 testing will be available in Branson today. The drive-through testing will be from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. at 111 Cahill Road. Testing supplies are limited to 300 people. Pre-registration was required, so contact the Taney County Health Department to make sure that appointments are still available for today. You have to be a Missouri resident to be tested. Jordan Valley Community Health Center and the Taney County Health Department are providing this free testing. A link for that registration and for more information can be found in this story on ozarksfirst.com.
Back to some regional news for you. The Lee Summit School Board has voted to shift secondary learning back to the classroom. It was a 6-to-1 vote that allows the district to immediately begin shifting from virtual learning to a hybrid model. Then on February 8th, students will move to a 4 days a week in-person school session. The school board voted earlier this month, to allow pre-K through 6th grade to attend in-person classes full-time. That began on Monday.
In America this morning, emergency workers near Portland, Oregon are searching for a woman who was swept away by a landslide while driving on an interstate. Authorities say the woman and her husband were driving separate cars near each other when the landslide happened. Officials say they still consider this a rescue effort, but crews are navigating tough conditions right now. Authorities also say evacuation orders remain in place for the surrounding area because of the potential for more landslides there.
And a bus crashed and partially went over an overpass in the Bronx late Thursday night. The fire department there says 9 people were injured, 1 with serious injuries, others with minor. They were all taken to local hospitals. No other cars were involved in the accident. Police believe the crash may have been caused by the bus failing to navigate a turn or experiencing a brake failure.
Here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming on, violent extremism with a professional edge, identifying the Capitol rioters that used military-style tactics, plus how the well-connected find ways to jump to the front of the vaccination line. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Big celebrity trend happening right now this morning, right, Jen?
Trevor Noah is buying a home that I was looking at to buy myself, but now it's been sold. It's a $27.5 million home in Bel Air.
What do you think, guys?
He will probably be moving in there with Minka Kelly, who is his girlfriend. So good for him. Everything is working out for him. Bought the house I was going to buy. It's fine. In a happy relationship, so that's fine, Trevor Noah.
Just saying.
Congrats, Trevor Noah.
Who can fathom that much money? We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Your top Google trend. It's a big talking point at the moment.
And
but
how
yeah.
big is this house? I mean, 2 people.
11,000 square feet is how big, by the way.
I'm sure they have basketball courts and all of that
A room
stuff.
for every single activity you want
It's a
to
small
possibly
city.
do, right?
It's a small city.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They might not even know
bitter
if we
about
moved
it
in
or
there,
anything.
and they probably wouldn't even catch us moving in, guys. Probably.
No, true. We could
Go
hang
pay
out there
Trevor
for a
Noah a
little bit.
visit.
All
Yeah.
right, not bad. That's on the plans.
I'm sure we'll be invited for the housewarming party.
Definitely, yeah. I'll give him a buzz after the show.
We gotta check in on this weather, though, don't we?
We do, yeah. Definitely had a nice little burst of heavier snow here in the metro, guys. This is quickly tracking south and eastward, so we may give a quick dusting here through the next half hour. So I did have a report from Deborah and Kestel of some snow coming down pretty heavy in Webster County. Now, our certified most accurate 7-day forecast, of course, shows the snow today, a wind-driven snow, tracking all of that. Still cold heading into the first half of the weekend.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend, but be safe in the snow. Thanks for starting your Friday with us on Daybreak.